Alright, time for a quick video. Even though Palantir stock hasn't done much for what seems like a really long time, I can't tell you guys how promising it is to see them winning and receiving extensions on all of their contracts. And today I want to discuss a contract that recently came into light. And at the end of this video, I'd like to discuss something crucial with this contract that I'm not really hearing a lot of people discuss. On October 7th, it was announced that the US Army awarded Palantir an $823 million contract for Enterprise Data Fabric. And with all the excitement around this contract being nearly $1 billion, Palantir stock saw a nice juicy gain of 14% after hours, before quickly crashing back down to earth as people took their profits. So aside from the stock movement, let's discuss what's actually going on here. Essentially, Palantir is going to be providing their services as the quote-unquote data fabric and analytics foundation for what's called the Distributed Common Ground System Army program. And overall, this is a very promising thing, not only of course for Palantir, who just secured a ton of revenue, but also for the Army, as I think it shows they're really serious about modernizing their intelligence infrastructure to prepare for what's known as multi-domain operations, which is essentially the software that the Army uses in order to get soldiers access to data around the world, no matter where they are. And being in the midst of this serious modernization effort, this is going to help for preparing battlefield soldiers and commanders that require consistent access to data. And under this contract, Palantir will also be supporting the testing of the Distributed Common Ground System Army's second capability drop, which is just the Army's primary platform for storing, processing, and delivering intelligence to commanders. And can you guys guess which platform Palantir will be providing Army users with? Is it Gotham or Foundry? If you said Gotham, then you would be absolutely wrong and you haven't been paying attention to Palantir at all. And you're also probably a worthless piece of shit investor who's gonna die alone. And just kidding. Gotham is actually the correct answer. Palantir's Gotham is going to help the Army, and I quote, connect the dots between desperate sources. Which makes sense, as this is what Palantir is the very best at after all. And here's the thing that you have to realize about this contract. Yes, it says it's $823 million. However, I think we need to look at this as a best case scenario. Palantir is currently in what's known as its pilot phase with this contract, meaning that no final agreement has been reached yet. This basically means that the $823 million that's being plastered everywhere is not a guarantee of what future revenues might be. Now, the contract itself will last 7 years. However, baked into this 7-year contract is a base period of 4 years. What this means is that the Army has an obligation to work with Palantir for 4 years maximum, with an optional 3-year extension. But let's be real, we all know the Army's most likely going to extend the contract and stay with Palantir for longer than 7 years because of just how robust and advanced Palantir's software really is. I think it's sort of like the Tesla effect. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that once you buy a Tesla, every other car seems dumb and stupid in comparison. And why would you want to switch to a gasoline-powered car for everyday driving when you could just stick with Tesla with its advanced self-driving capabilities and other incredible features? And I don't want to get too off track here, but Tesla is at least a decade in front of all other car companies. And this is exactly how I'm viewing Palantir right now. A software company that is years ahead of its competition. And with this contract getting all the publicity that it has lately, there's also really a high probability that Palantir will disperse into other military sectors and government as well. So overall, all this news is great, and I have no doubts in my mind that we'll soon see Palantir trading at a price above $30 a share. And that's the video I have for you guys today. Super quick one, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.